Hey Soul Tribe, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Soulspiration. If you're new here, just know that I talk all things self-development, wisdom, and encouraging you to be your authentic self, to have social confidence, and to have a more juicier and fuller life, being comfortable in your own skin and owning your journey. So, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then you're in the right place. Thank you for subscribing and liking this video, joining the Soul Tribe where we what? Step out of the matrix and honey into our divinity. All right. Ultimately, I want to talk to you about how I'm starting to realize and what I'm learning in the last, I want to say, 2 to 3 years, and even more so the last 6 months, is that there is nothing tangible that's going to make us happy. You see? Like if there's something that you're yearning for, I want you to want that, right? I think we are created to have desires in our heart. We're created to want things and to have a desire to have something and to accomplish things, be very clear on what I'm saying. But I want to talk about how I've learned that once I get that thing, I'm looking for something else. And that's how I've come to realize that it's not the thing that we want. There's something else we're looking for. There's something else that we're after. We're after a feeling. We're after feeling satiated. And the way I came to this realization was through jobs. First, I thought, okay, I've had different types of styles of jobs. I've had working 100% on site, I've had working 100% remote, I've had hybrid schedule, I've had all the schedules. And in all three of those schedules, I realized I found myself bored. I found myself wishing it was another way. And then once I got it, it was something else. And I'm thinking, why do I feel this way? What is it that I'm actually after? It's not the tangible, it's not necessarily always more ease that you're looking for, because when you create that ease, once that ease is created, the human nature in you wants to figure something else that's wrong, and then it wants you to solve that. And I just think, damn, it makes me think of that meme. There's this meme of this person like crying like this, and it's like me when I'm looking for a job, me when I have a job, me when I lost my job. It's like the exact same face over and over in each phase. And that's when I realized it's not the job, it's not the lack thereof, it's not having it, it's not the search. There's something else we're looking for, there's something else that we're trying to satiate. And I feel like the world is trying to get us to satiate it with all these things, but it's not those things that we're looking for. Yes, we need a job to pay our bills. Yes, we need a car to commute, to go places. Yes, we need food on the table. And if you're going to have the car, hopefully it's, a good looking car. So you kind of want the car to be nice. And if you're going to have a job, hopefully it's paying your bills and then some. So those things we do need. We deserve as human beings, we deserve stability and abundance. But there comes a time when you realize that there's something else that you're looking for. There's something else there's another thirst we're trying to quench. And if I had to decipher what I think that thirst is that we're trying to quench, it's the thing that doesn't really cost money. And I know that that sounds cliche. It's the things that don't cost money. Those are the things that we want. It's the purpose that we want to feel. We want to feel like we're growing, like we're creating something, like we have good relationships in our lives that we can foster and nurture. We want to feel like we're progressing. The point of this video is for me to encourage you to not keep searching for the job thinking that that's going to bring you the happiness. It's not to search for the relationship thinking that's going to bring you happiness. There's something else inside of you that wants to be satiated. There's something else inside of you that's looking to be quenched. And if you keep ignoring what that is, you'll constantly be looking for something else to quench it, something else, another job, another work style. Maybe it's because I'm working on site and that's why I feel depressed. Maybe if I was 100% remote, maybe I'd feel less depressed. Or maybe since I'm 100% remote, that's why I'm depressed. And maybe if I had a hybrid schedule, maybe I'd feel better. Maybe if I had a relationship, it'd make me feel a little bit better and I wouldn't feel so lonely. Maybe if I just did this and maybe if I did that, maybe, baby, you're going around the point. The point is in the middle. You are the point. You're going around yourself. Stop going around yourself. And honestly, I just want to encourage you to just ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? What do I actually want? And be quiet and ask yourself this question on a daily basis, maybe even twice a day, and verify, what is it that you want? Do you want to feel more connection in your relationships? Do you want to feel more connected to yourself? Do you want to feel like you have some autonomy in your work, like you get to be more creative? Do you feel as if you should be creating something outside of your work that's more connected to who you are? Do you feel like you need to actually be creating consistency and that would make you feel better? Because sometimes we're doing all these things, we have all these pieces of a puzzle, but we're not really making anything. It's just, I'll do that, I'll do that. What is that? Makes me think of that Nicki Minaj. Maybe we're just doing all these things and not paying attention to what it is that we're trying to create, what it is what we're trying to satiate. Once you can identify what you want, what you're feeling, then you can find the pieces that you actually need to satiate that thing. Personally, right now, I'm working as a radio technician, and this is a completely new industry for me. I only been in this industry for 7 months straight. And I'm on site 5 days a week. I'm in an office. I'm sometimes in another location. Today I was up in Paris, California, which is like an hour and a half away from me. Um, I was there yesterday and today, me and a coworker, and we were troubleshooting and doing preventative maintenance on consoles at a Air Force base. And I'm constantly doing things all over the county and sometimes out of the city that I live in. And I'm recognizing there's pros and cons to both of this. It's something new all the time. Sometimes I miss being able to work from home. Sometimes I miss the hybrid schedule. I miss the remote schedule. But then I go back to remember that when I had that remote schedule, I felt a little lazier. I felt like I wasn't getting dressed every day. I felt like my routine was just at home. And I realized that wasn't what I was looking for either. And then I got the hybrid schedule, and then I realized that wasn't what I was looking for either. Then I was like, I don't want to be on site so much. I want to go back home. But then when I went back home and got that remote schedule, I was like, I don't know if this is working for me. I want to interact with my coworkers. And now that I'm 100% on site, I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but it's like, dang, I wish I could work from home sometimes. So the question is becoming for me, what is it that I'm looking for? And I realized it doesn't matter what work style I have. I have a desire to create something outside of my 9 to 5. I have a desire to speak like this outside of my job. I can't speak like this at work, right? Your coworkers are just that. I realize that I'm looking to satiate fulfilling my purpose, which I believe is to speak. I believe it is to speak life into people and speak the truth and help others find themselves on their journey. I hope that you go within and ask yourself what it is that you actually want. Because once you figure that out, you'll stop doing and start being. doing just checks off boxes that are not getting you closer to satiating that real hunger inside of you. Being lets you know you've answered the question. You figured out the answer to your own question. What is it that I want? And then you can do and be and become that thing. For me, I want a community of people who are becoming introspective like this. I want to build a community of people who want to really ask themselves, what is it that I'm after? What do I want in my life? I don't want to keep looking at other people and think I should want this and think I should want that. Everybody's just showing you their journey. But if you don't know what your journey is and what you're after, you'll always be where you are. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with where you are. But again, if you're never satisfied, it's because you haven't asked yourself the question, what do you want? So let this video serve as your marker, hello, your notification, your flag to ask yourself what it is that you want. And once you get the answer, because it will drop into your spirit, it will download into your spirit what it is that you want. And once that happens, my next prayer for you is to move in to do the things that will help you satiate that desire. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. That's been something that's been on my mind lately, and I hope that this resonates with you. Let me know. Have you been feeling like this? Have you been realizing that you've been like chasing something, and then once you get it, you realize, okay, that's cool, but now I'm looking for something else, something different, something new. And is that a problem? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just the external is never the answer. It's always an internal thing. And once you get the internal down, you will realize that that was the answer the entire time. I'll end by saying this. There's nothing wrong with wanting tangibles. There's nothing wrong with going after your heart's desires. I just hope that you're going after your heart's desires, that you're clear on what it is that you actually want, and that you feel like you're growing and moving on your life's journey the way that you were called to. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for thumbing up and sharing it with someone. Thank you for subscribing and joining the Soul Tribe where we, what? Step out of the matrix and honey into our own divinity. I'll see you in the next one.